Evening, and thanks for joining us for the celebration of Nigeria at 60 together, courtesy the Nigerian High Commission in Ottawa. I am Joy Usiago. I'll be guiding you through the program of events with the head of Chancery here at the mission, Mr. Mohammed Ismail.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Before we get into the celebration, I'll crave your indulgence to take the Nigerian and Canadian national anthems. I would like to ask those of us who are present in the hall here at the mission to rise as we take the Nigerian and Canadian national anthems.
Nigerians come on men to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes was joining on in England to serve with heart and voice. One nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. Your Excellency, the High Commissioner of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to Canada, Ambassador Adeyinka Ashekun, the wife of the High Commissioner, Mrs. Olawumi Ashekun, who is here with us. Thank you very much for joining us. The Parliamentary Secretary to the Canadian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Rob Oliphant, who is joining us online. Thank you very much for joining us. Excellencies, members of the African Diplomatic Corps in Ottawa, also joining us virtually. Mr. Sebastien Spio-Gabra, Chairman, Canada Africa Business Chamber, who is here with us. Thank you for coming. Nigerians joining us from different parts of the world, and Nigerians in Canada and friends of Nigeria in Canada celebrating with us. Welcome to the celebration of our Diamond Jubilee. Now, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, while unveiling the logo for this year's celebration, and the team did mention that the essence of the theme is to encourage a more united and cohesive Nigeria. He says together we can achieve our goals and aspirations. In the same spirit, Nigerians in the diaspora must also learn to work together so that we can make our country great. It is on that note that I would like to invite the High Commissioner of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to Canada, Excellency Adeyinka Ashekun, to deliver his anniversary remarks. Your Excellency.
Your Excellencies, Honorable Ministers, the representative of the Canadian government, the Parliamentary Secretary for Foreign Affairs, Mr. Rob Oliphant, the Chairman of the Canada-Africa Business Chamber, Sebastian Spio-Gabra, who is with us in person this evening, Your Excellencies, heads of missions, members of the Diplomatic Corps, colleagues of the host foreign ministry, Nigerians in Canada and all over the world, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, fellow compatriots, Excellence, chers amis du Nigeria, bienvenue à la fête du Nigeria. Even though this is virtual, your presence is highly appreciated. I must not fail to acknowledge up front the support of the Chamber, which Nigeria recently joined for helping us in hosting this virtual event. Gareth and Sebastian, thank you very much. I'm referring to the Canadian African Business Chamber. On behalf of the people and government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I welcome you, all friends of Nigeria, to this occasion, marking the 60th independence anniversary of Nigeria. We thank you for being part of our celebrations. This is Nigeria's Diamond Jubilee, and one of my pet sayings is diamonds are forever. I make bold to say that Nigeria is destined to go the distance and stand the test of time. The theme of our anniversary at 60 is 60 together. It emphasizes the importance of our unity in diversity, which is a potential source of great strength and must continue to be built upon. Only we can do that. Like any other nation, Nigeria has a number of challenges which are not peculiar, but which are worth mentioning. Insecurity and a measure of insurgency, inequitable distribution of wealth, high youth unemployment, problems emanating from ethnicity and religious intolerance in the main. Many of these problems can be seen as the fallout of a fragile economy. In an environment where a vast majority of the people are gainfully employed, these challenges are not likely to be as prominent or pronounced. This informs why the government's economic agenda is so critical to the nation's success. The agenda of the Buhari administration, which was voted in for a second term in 2019, is focused upon economic diversification, macroeconomic stability, human capital enhancement, and investment in people, as well as development of the appropriate infrastructure. Practical policies are also being put in place to empower small and medium-scale industries, which are the engine of growth of any economy. The government has recorded some successes and received recognition for its efforts in the area of ease of doing business within the past 5 years, and the rankings have improved on the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business Index. We've been a most improved top 10 economy twice over the past 5 years. The government's efforts also have empowered local farmers, and the production of rice has taken on a level unprecedented, and billions of dollars which were used for import rice before are now being put into other uses. I must also point out that Nigeria's response to COVID-19 has been focused, robust, and very professional. One aspect of the response has been the establishment of the Presidential Economic Sustainability Committee. This committee is headed by the Vice President, His Excellency the Vice President, and the committee's mandate is to develop a clear economic sustainability plan in response to the challenges posed by the pandemic. And a key aspect of this mandate is to diversify the nation's economic base away from an over-dependence on the oil and gas sector. Canada and Nigeria have shared a long-lasting and mutually beneficial relationship spanning decades, and the relationship came into effect when Nigeria became independent in 1960. We share a rich diplomatic and political history, and both nations enjoy mutual beneficial economic friendship. We're both Commonwealth nations. I'd like to recall that in 2014, because we're talking about the impact of pandemic, in 2014, Nigeria received global acclaim on account of how it managed the Ebola crisis. And this in part inspired the government of Canada to cooperate with the Lagos state government to establish a biobank laboratory, which was to ensure the effective management of the outbreak of infectious diseases. Canada contributed $4.5 million towards this project. I'd like to point out that this laboratory happens to be a key facility, a key asset, which has helped us in the management and containment of COVID-19, because Lagos State is where we've had the bulk of these COVID-19 cases. So we'd like to appreciate Canada's effort in this regard. But we'd also like to appreciate Canada for our leadership in the wake of the COVID-19 crisis. Canada rose to the occasion, driven by the mindset that the nations of the world stand a better chance of prevailing over this menace when we come together in unity, pooling knowledge and resources together. I would also like to seize this occasion to appreciate Canada for humanitarian support towards the internally displaced persons whose plight is a fallout of the rabid Boko Haram insurgency that Nigeria is dealing with. Women and children, who are invariably the most affected by the insurgency, tend to be the key beneficiaries of Canadian aid, and COVID-19 has no doubt compounded the plight of these people, and so the support continues to be appreciated. Another area in which our two countries continue to collaborate is border and migration management. Canada is funding 3 capacity building projects in Nigeria as follows. The first is a 2-year project with the International Organization for Migration to strengthen entry and exit controls and streamlining of passenger processes at Abuja and Lagos International Airports. The second aspect is a 2-year project with the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime to provide training opportunities to Nigerian Immigration Service and the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons on data intelligence collection and analysis, as well as investigations related to human trafficking and migrant smuggling. The third is a 1-year project with ARC, an international NGO, to help NAPTIP undertake strategic communication campaigns to prevent trafficking in persons and irregular migration. Canada and Nigeria have for some time been working on a draft agreement that addresses a number of areas of mutual concern to both countries. It is our fervent hope that a video conference call may be set up next spring latest to finalize the terms of this agreement. What is most important about this agreement is that it is likely to address a situation in which a lot of Nigerian citizens are being denied visas where they should actually have been granted the visas. We are looking for a situation in which the process will become much fairer and much more predictable. And there are provisions within this agreement which will make it possible for us to get much better treatment in terms of visas. Many of our students want to come and study here and are being denied that opportunity. And we're hoping that this is going to change by the time this agreement is sorted out. I have left the discussion of commercial ties between Nigeria and Canada until the end, because this is certainly my passion and my focus. So permit me to state as follows. Canadian imports from Nigeria between 2015 and 2019 were valued at $4.5 billion. Fossil fuels accounted for 96% of this. Canadian exports to Nigeria over the same period were valued at $2.2 billion. Cereals, beverages, motor vehicles, and machinery accounted for 93% of this. The 800 million Canadian dollars in trade that took place between the two countries in 2019 represents 17 hours of trade between Canada and the United States. I'd also like to point out that in 2019, Canadian investment in Nigeria was $390 million, whereas Nigerian investment in Canada was $934 million. So Nigeria has invested 2.4 times as much as Canada has invested in Nigeria. And Nigeria is meant to be a top 3 trading partner. I'd like to respectfully suggest that it's time to reconsider the model for mutual benefit of both countries. It is rather limiting, to put it mildly. COVID-19 means that no country has money to throw around anymore, and people are going to be prudent. But at the same time, a time of grave economic crisis is a time for great opportunities. People selling masks and other PPE equipment are experiencing a boom, and so are providers of technology used for webinars. So there are always chances for people to do business that will make a lot of sense. So what we should strive to do going forward is that the relationship between Canada and Nigeria, driven by trade and investment, should focus on the portfolio of opportunities that companies in both countries can jointly exploit to satisfy the needs of customers globally. There are areas where Nigeria has significant resources and Canada has considerable experience and competence. These are areas where the companies in the two countries can collaborate for mutual benefit using business models that work in a digital and global dispensation. So I'd like to point out that it's time for us to have a change of mindset and think of how we can come together for mutual benefit, doing businesses that are technology enabled, looking at things like digital technology, like logistics, things that we realize have become all the more important in the wake of the global pandemic. Madame et Monsieur, permettez-moi de conclure en disant, le Nigeria est votre partenaire crédible dans la lutte mondiale contre la pandémie du COVID-19 et pour le business, la protection de l'environnement, la paix et la sécurité dans le monde, un ordre économique juste, égalité du genre et la promotion de l'unité africaine. Vous pouvez compter sur le Nigeria. This is where I would have said, enjoy jollof rice and fried plantain. But we're still working on the technology to make this virtually possible. Thank you for your patience and goodwill. And enjoy the evening. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that constructive and soul-lifting remarks. A lot of people would have loved to have that jollof rice, but not to worry. We'll find a way around it. Technology is here with us. And it's interesting to hear you speak French. I need to do something about mine. That's a huge challenge for me. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria is a fascinating country with great potentials for investment opportunities. As you heard the High Commissioner, do we have challenges? Yes, we do. But again, in the midst of our challenges are great opportunities that we can take advantage of, even as private investors come in, so that we can ensure that we develop our economy and also support our people. Now, for a more descriptive narrative of the nation Nigeria, let us invite Afro Global Television and Silver Trust Media to give us a sneak peek of what the country Nigeria is all about. And the documentary is entitled Nigeria. Take a look.
Federal Republic of Nigeria is located in West Africa, bordering Benin in the west, Chad and Cameroon in the east, and Niger in the north. Its coast in the south lies on the Gulf of Guinea in the Atlantic Ocean. Nigeria is a democratic secular country with 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The country was under British colonial rule in the 19th century and took its present territorial shape with the merging of the Southern Nigeria Protectorate and Northern Nigeria Protectorate in 1914. Nigeria became an independent federation in 1960 and a republic in 1963. The country experienced a civil war from 1967 to 1970, after which it alternated between democratically elected civilian governments and military dictatorships until it achieved a stable democracy in 1999. Nigeria is often referred to as the Giant of Africa because of its large population and economy. With over 180 million people, Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa. Nigeria is a founding member of the African Union and a member of many other international organizations, including the United Nations, the Commonwealth of Nations, ECOWAS, and OPEC. The name Nigeria was taken from the Niger River running through the country. This name was coined in the late 19th century by British journalist Flora Shaw, the wife of Lord Lugard, a British colonial administrator. Nigeria is found in the tropics, where the climate is seasonally damp and very humid. However, there are wide climate variations in different regions of the country. Near the coast, temperatures rarely exceed 32 degrees Celsius, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Lagos is the largest city in Africa, with a population of over 20 million in its urban area. Cities with a population of over 1 million are Kano, Ibadan, Benin City, and Port Harcourt. Nigeria is classified as a mixed economy and an emerging market with its abundant supply of natural resources, well-developed financial, legal, communications, transport sectors, and stock exchange. Agriculture used to be the mainstay of the Nigerian economy prior to the discovery of oil. Nigeria is the 12th largest producer of petroleum in the world and the 8th largest exporter and has the 10th largest proven reserves. The country has a wide array of underexploited mineral resources, which include coal, bauxite, gold, tin, iron ore, limestone, copper, lead, and zinc. Despite huge deposits of these natural resources, the mining industry in Nigeria is still in its infancy. Some of the cash crops are groundnuts, rubber, cashew nuts, corn, and sorghum. Cocoa is the leading non-oil foreign exchange earner, and rubber is the second largest. Nigeria has more than 500 ethnic groups with varying languages and customs, creating a country of rich ethnic diversity. The largest ethnic groups are the Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo, together accounting for more than 70% of the population. There are 521 languages that have been spoken in Nigeria. There are 3 major languages, Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa. Nigerian Pidgin English, often known simply as Pidgin or Broken English, is also a popular lingua franca, though with varying regional influences on dialect and slang. Nigeria is known for producing some of the world's best literary legends. Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe is Africa's most popular and best-selling literary piece ever, translated into over 40 languages across Africa and around the world. Nigeria's Wole Soyinka is the first African Nobel laureate in literature. Other Nigerian writers and poets who are well known internationally include John Pepper Clark, Ben Okri, Cyprian Ekwenzi, Buchi Emecheta, T.M. Aluko, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and Ken Saro-Wiwa. Nigeria's rich cultural diversity can be seen in the many festivals in the country that attract both local and international attention. The most popular festivals are Eyo Festival, Calabar Carnival, New Yam Festival, Argungu Fishing Festival, and Durbar Festival. In April 2018, President Muhammadu Buhari met with U.S. President Donald Trump to discuss promoting economic growth, fighting terrorism, and building on Nigeria's role as a democratic leader in the region.
Thank you very much, Moses and Patricia Mauer, for putting together that beautiful commentary about Nigeria. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are not aware, Patricia Mauer is a Nigerian Canadian who is doing us proud in Canada in the media industry. And Patricia, if you're online, we want you to know that we're very proud of your giant strides. And just in case you're wondering if I have a mask, of course I do. It's here. We adhere to the principles of social distancing here. At this time, I would like to invite the representative of the Canadian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Parliamentary Secretary Rob Oliphant, who has joined us for this virtual celebration to deliver the minister's remarks.
Thank you very much, Joy. Your Excellency, High Commissioner Adeyenka Ashikan, whom I prefer to just call Ade, Your Excellency, Mrs. Alawani Ashikan, Excellencies, Ambassadors, High Commissioners, membres de la communauté diplomatique, distingués invités, bonsoir, good evening, assalamu alaikum. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to join in this virtual celebration of Nigeria's Independence Day this year, the 60th anniversary of the independence of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is a great honor for me this day to represent the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Francois-Philippe Champagne, as well as to bring greetings from the Government of Canada and our Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Justin Trudeau. I wish to share with you the government and the people of Canada's best wishes for the peace, harmony, and prosperity for the people of Nigeria. I was very glad in that video to see someone flash a sign for the Eagles, and I will wish all the best of luck to the Super Eagles in the coming years as well. I do follow football. I've had the pleasure of speaking with the High Commissioner Ade on a number of occasions, and I want to take a moment to recognize his incredible continued efforts to broaden and deepen the Nigerian-Canadian relationship. And I want to say that I need to practice my Yoruba so that if he can speak some French, I should be able to say something in Yoruba, and that is yet to come. But I will make that pledge for your 61st anniversary to offer some greetings in Yoruba. The giant of Africa is absolutely critical to Canada, and the relationship between Nigeria and Canada is an important one. It's remained strong over the past 60 years. In recent years, however, we've deepened our relationship in several areas, including trade and investment, international assistance, education, and security. We're proud to work closely in international organizations such as has been mentioned, the United Nations, the Commonwealth of Nations, and the World Trade Organization. As I mentioned, High Commissioner Ashkan's efforts to broaden ties. In November 2019, he spearheaded the second edition of the Nigeria-Canada Investment Summit in Abuja. This summit attracted a number of senior government officials, including the Vice President of Nigeria, Yemi Osinbajo, and ministers responsible for industry, trade, and investment, for mines and steel development, as well as the governor of Nigeria's central bank. This second edition also saw an increased presence of Canadian small and medium-sized companies. It also included Carleton University, which receives many students of Nigerian origin, and the city of Brampton, which is home to one of Canada's thriving Nigerian diaspora communities. These events, all of them, are a good reminder of Nigeria's significance as Canada's second largest goods trading partner in sub-Saharan Africa and the largest foreign investor from Africa in Canada. We have a mutually beneficial relationship that can only be broadened, deepened, lengthened, and strengthened. It reminds us that our growing trading relationships benefit both Nigerians and Canadians. We're long past the day where Canada is there to help another country. We will have mutually beneficial relationships. Canada and Nigeria will be strengthened by stronger and broader relationships with each other. The past few years saw an increase in visits, including the visit of our head of state, Governor General Julie Payette, to Nigeria in 2018. We look forward to resuming regular high-level visits between Nigeria and Canada once the COVID-19 crisis subsides. This is obviously a challenging time for our whole world. And indeed, the COVID-19 crisis has reminded us just how important friendship and cooperation is, particularly in tough times. In the early days of the pandemic, we worked closely to support the successful repatriation of hundreds of stranded Canadians in Nigeria and Nigerians in Canada, including family members visiting their loved ones. Canada and Nigeria have a long and successful history of working together to strengthen health security capacities and mitigate biological threats. This collaboration has proven its value during the pandemic as Canadian-funded biological containment facilities in Lagos State and at Nigeria's National Veterinary Research Institute at VAM are playing key roles in testing for COVID-19. Canada and Nigeria are also amplifying each other's voices and advocating for equal access to a COVID-19 vaccine once one is developed. I want to say that again because Canada recognizes that once a vaccine is developed, it must be fairly and equitably distributed across the world, because until the virus is defeated everywhere, it is not defeated. The strong relationship between Canada and Nigeria is built on deep people-to-people ties. Over 50,000 Canadians have Nigerian roots. Some of them are my very good personal friends. And today, over 11,000 Nigerian students are pursuing their studies in Canada. They enrich Canadian universities. Of course, they benefit from Canadian universities, but the benefit they bring to Canada is equal and extremely important. Limited air travel does not weaken these important personal ties. In fact, it keeps us keenly looking forward to even more connection and reconnection. On that note, let me again offer my personal heartiest congratulations. I need to say, Joy, and to the community together, you look very good for 60. I want to reiterate how happy I am personally to join you this day, how the Minister and the Prime Minister recognize the importance of the work you do at the High Commission to strengthen our ties, and we wish you all the very best. Therefore, on behalf of the Government of Canada, I wish Nigeria and its people a very happy 60th anniversary of independence. May God bless you all.
Thank you, Foreign Affairs Parliamentary Secretary, Mr. Rob Oliphant. And thank you for that compliment to all of us who are here. We really appreciate it. And we also want to thank the government of Canada for the unflinching support over the years. And we look forward to more even as we move ahead. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Canada maintains relations with countries all over the world, as you heard there, and Canada enjoys strong bilateral ties with Nigeria. In the last few years, the desire to take advantage of the investment opportunities in Nigeria while deepening the people-to-people ties grew more robust, thanks to the High Commissioner of Nigeria to Canada, His Excellency Adeyinka Ashekun, and his vibrant team of diplomats at the High Commission here, and some of our private sector people in Nigeria for the collaboration to make this possible. It is on that note, I would like to crave your indulgence to watch our next commentary about the bilateral relations between Nigeria and Canada in the last few years. Nigeria and Canada continue to enjoy strong bilateral relations as they build on shared values and people-to-people ties, which represents the fulcrum for mutual commitment. The meeting between Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in February 2020 on the margins of the 33rd African Union Summit in Addis Ababa can be described as a testament to the growing propensity for more robust bilateral engagements. The leaders deliberated on the need to expand the volume of trade between both nations. Prime Minister Trudeau, who had wrapped his team president, Nigerian Canadian Masai Ujiri, on his entourage, tapped into President Buhari's leadership in Africa while reflecting on the challenges on the continent, even as Canada looks up to potential opportunities in Nigeria. The meeting came on the heels of a build-up from subsequent Canada-Nigeria bilateral engagements in the last few years.
When I came to Canada, it occurred to me that the level of commercial activity between Nigeria and Canada is not where it should be at all. There's scope for so much more. And I immediately embarked upon a journey of trying to see how we could bring about deeper commercial ties. Initially, I traveled to different parts of the country: Toronto, Montreal, Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg, trying to meet with business people, associations, and telling them about the opportunities that exist in Nigeria. But what I found was a number of people who are very polite and quite engaging, but none of them really seem to know enough about Nigeria to want to make any kind of step or any kind of move. I got together with a group of people, some Nigerian people, associates of mine, and we decided that in 2018 we needed to take Canadians to Nigeria. In 2018.
The High Commissioner of Nigeria to Canada, Adeyinka Ashekun, is a business management professional and seasoned banking and marketing practitioner. His passion for economic diplomacy stimulated the curiosity of the Canadian government and business sector to visit Nigeria for a first-hand experience of the nation, people, and business opportunities. In 2018, the Governor General of Canada, Her Excellency the Right Honorable Julie Payet, embarked on a state visit to Nigeria to explore more business opportunities.
I am very pleased also that during this visit, one of our priorities will be to meet and celebrate the vibrant youth of Nigeria. Our visit is really focused on three themes and sectors for which Nigeria is already very rich. It's young people, its innovative spirit, and the use of technology for advancing its prosperity and making sure that its richness and growth are for everyone.
The visit was followed shortly by the Made in Nigeria-Canada Investment Summit (NCIS) in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, declared opened by the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo.
I think this is just the perfect time for Canada and Nigeria to be looking at doing business together. Canada is at a point where it's really ready to go more international. A lot of Canadian industries are already going international, but it's a time now when they realize how important it is to diversify markets. And in Africa, things are moving along so well now. A lot of Canadian companies are already experienced in South Africa and parts of East Africa, and some in the West, but not as many as we would like to see. So I think it's a wonderful time.
The event was organized by the NCIS Limited GTE, a not-for-profit and non-government organization with a mission to promote trade and investment relations between Nigeria and Canada in collaboration with the Nigeria High Commission in Ottawa. The NCIS was an eye-opener for delegates, which led to various connections and collaborations between members of the private sector in Canada and Nigeria. Before the summit, the Nigeria High Commissioner had introduced a vibrant and progressive delegation from the Nigerian private sector to the Prospectors and Developers Association of Canada, PDAC, the world's premier mineral exploration and mining convention in Toronto, for a more significant network in the mining sector.
We've met with the Royal Canadian Mint. They're arguably one of the best minting companies in the world. We've also met Barrick Gold, arguably the largest gold mining company in the world. We've also met the Canadian Institute of Mining. They set the standards that others follow. We've also met with Bullion Mart, our partners. Meeting each and every one of them has meant that Nigeria, for the first time, became the doyen and the bride of the PDAC.
In 2019, the Nigeria High Commission continued to build on the fallout from the 2018 NCIS Summit as they embarked on a series of road shows in Toronto, Ontario, and Calgary, Alberta, in preparation for the 2019 summit.
When we look at where economic growth is coming for Canadians, it's not in the traditional developed markets. The real opportunities for Canadians are to get abroad into emerging markets like Africa and particularly Nigeria. It's a huge economy with lots of opportunities for Canadians in areas where we have a real comparative advantage. Mining, oil and gas, agriculture are just examples. And so at Elevate Export Finance Corp, part of our job and part of our mission is really to encourage those Canadian companies to spread their wings a little bit and look abroad to see where those opportunities are and to facilitate that with solutions and knowledge.
In November 2019, a critical mass of Canadian investors traveled to Nigeria for the NCIS 2019 summit.
Good morning and welcome to the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The theme for this summit is all about reaching greater heights.
No question that both our governments and business communities realize that there is enormous potential in our relationship. But this summit is particularly important. We have much richer private and public sector participation than before. The focus is on mining, power, agriculture, housing, education, and technology. These are sectors that Nigeria has identified as crucial to the success of our economic recovery and growth plan, and we are determined to work collaboratively with investors to create the best possible environment for business in these sectors. And we are determined not just to ensure that we keep to the plans that we put in place, but that we encourage all of our partners to work with us.
We see the immense potential that Nigeria has to offer in terms of a highly educated population, a highly entrepreneurial population, an engine of growth in Africa. Over 50 tech hubs are here in Nigeria alone. And that creates incredible potential for partnership with Canada, because we're also interested in innovation.
We're trying to build a bridge between Canada and Nigeria. So we were basically laying the foundation. We've created a level of awareness, and I do know that there are discussions back and forth. In 2018, we were able to sign an MOU between Spring Fountain Infrastructure of Nigeria and Bullion Mart of Canada, which was a $1 billion MOU for the development of the gold industry. That was signed in 2018. And as you may be aware, Dukia Gold was launched in Nigeria on the 9th of June. And that's a fruit of the collaboration between a Nigerian and a Canadian enterprise, and it's going to have a significant impact upon the development of the gold industry. The fact that there was an increase in the number of Canadians who came to Nigeria in 2019 shows that the message is beginning to resonate. I told you about a vice president from the Royal Bank of Canada who came to have a meeting with us and spoke about the number and percentage of Canadian businesses doing business abroad. That meeting was brought about because she began to get inquiries from their customers about the prospects for doing business in Nigeria, especially in the mining space.
One of the things that I always talk about that has impressed me about Nigerians is the youth and the innovation that the young people bring with them. There's a lot of Nigerians, over 10,000 Nigerians in Canada. I have the pleasure to work with many of them at Carleton University, and I find them to be very creative, very innovative, very resourceful young individuals. So I've always been struck by their ability to be able to innovate, to solve real-world problems, and they are good team players when is required.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but for me, watching that documentary as a Nigerian who has been here for, this will be my 11th winter, and I've been following this story about the bilateral relations between Nigeria and Canada for a very long time. I feel proud. I don't know about you, the High Commissioner, and your team at the mission here. I hope you feel proud of the achievements you've made so far, and we look forward to more. Thank you very much. We have a few goodwill messages from some of our illustrious sons in Canada. Now, they represent the finest in the diaspora. They set the pace for the rest of us to follow. When we hear their giant strides, the stories, we just know that if they can do it, we can also do it. It is on that note that I'd like to hand over to the head of Chancery, Mr. Mohammed Ismaila, to read a bit about them and introduce their messages, their goodwill messages. Smiler.
Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Joy. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, our first goodwill message is coming from the Minister of Justice and Solicitor General of the province of Alberta, Honorable Kesi Kelechi Madu. The Minister, Mr. Madu, is a Nigerian-Canadian lawyer. Before his current appointment in August 2020, he was appointed Minister of Municipal Affairs of the province of Alberta in 2019. Honorable Madu was elected in 2019 Alberta general election to the Legislative Assembly of the province, representing the electoral district of Edmonton Southwest. Minister Kelechi became the first Canadian of African descent to be elected into the Alberta Legislative Assembly. He also became the first Canadian of African descent to become the Minister of Justice and Solicitor General of the province. He is also designated as the seal keeper of the province of Alberta. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, here is Honorable Kesi Madu. Mr. Madu.
Hello, my name is Kesi Madu. I am the member of the legislature of Edmonton Southwest. I am also very privileged to be this province's Minister of Justice and Solicitor General for the province of Alberta. Today, I wanted to take a moment to wish all Nigerians at home or abroad a very happy 60th Independence Day celebration. You know, friends, on October 1st, 1960, the leaders of that country came together to build what they believed was going to be a truly global superpower on the African continent. A country and a nation that they envisioned to be prosperous, democratic, a nation that respects individual freedom and the freedom to live your life in order to achieve your full potential. Today, I wanted to urge all Nigerians to never give up on those aspirations. That I fundamentally believe that the country have got all it takes to achieve the dreams of our founding fathers. I am thinking about leaders such as the great Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, and Chief Obafemi Awolowo. I do want to thank our excellent Nigeria's ambassador to Canada, His Excellency Ambassador Adeyinka Asekun, for his leadership in making sure that the people of Nigeria in this country are well and doing well. So on this Independence Day ceremony, on behalf of myself, the Premier of my province, the Honorable Jason Kenney, all Albertans, and indeed all Canadians, we do offer our best wishes and congratulations to the people of Nigeria on their country's 60th Independence Day celebration. May God bless Nigeria and may God bless our people. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister Kelechi Kesi Madu. Indeed, we're very proud of you, and thank you for that goodwill message, which is ending on an optimistic note. Uche Etiaba, also known as Loreche, is a Nigerian artist, musical artist, who also has an optimistic spirit. Now, in our musical interlude, she captures the beauty of the nation Nigeria, culture, and most importantly, the can-do spirit of every Nigerian. And so in this song we're about to present to you, which she did, It is titled A Song of Hope, Love, and Unity. Enjoy it.
Nigeria, 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 the greatest nation of all, the one so blessed with culture. We are so different, yet we can all live as one. There is no telling what we can do, and we just believe in Nigeria. Nigeria, rise up, compatriot. Nigeria, Nigeria's call up. Nigeria, the greatest nation of all, the one so blessed with culture. We are so different, yet we all can live as one. There is no telling what we can do, and we just believe in Nigeria, the greatest nation of all, the one so blessed with culture, so different, yet we all can live as one. There is no telling what we can do, and we just believe in Nigeria. I love my country, I love my nation, I love my people, I love them all. I love my country, I love my nation, I love my people, people of Nigeria.
Nigeria, good people, Nigeria, great nation, 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 Nigeria, good people, Nigeria, great nation,
God bless my country, God bless my nation, God bless my people, God bless the land, bless my country, yeah, bless my people, bless my nation, bless Nigeria. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend her unity and uphold her honor and glory. So help me God. Help me God. Yeah.
So help us God. I have seen we have really enjoyed the interlude because of the movement of our heads and feet and legs, in line with the spirit of the 60th anniversary. Our next goodwill message is coming from Mr. Masai Ujiri. Mr. Masai Ujiri is a Nigerian-Canadian professional basketball executive and a former player himself. He was born in Bournemouth and grew up in Zaria, Kaduna State of Nigeria. He is currently the president of Toronto Raptors, a basketball club listed on the National Basketball Association, NBA. Ujiri was named the 2013 Executive of the Year. He is the only non-American ever to win the award. Under Masai leadership, the Toronto Raptors became the first Canadian team to win the NBA championship in 2019-2020 basketball season. Let us, Your Excellency and gentlemen, plus ladies, link up with the Masai Ujiri for his goodwill message. Mr. Masai, please.
Happy Independence Day to an incredible country, Nigeria. Happy 60th birthday. I tell you, Independence Day brings me such great memories, living back home and following that year, every year, October 1st. Just how people are pumped up to be celebrated. We love this country. We celebrate our great country. And I think we talk about hope even more with this country, with smart people, good people, great cultures. I have nothing but pride to be from such an unbelievable country. I wish everybody the best of days, and both Nigerians in Nigeria, Nigerians living all over the world, Nigerians in Canada, where I live. I wish you nothing but the best, because I know we're going through a hard time now. I know COVID has brought some down times with us, but I truly believe that the best is yet to come. So keep hoping, keep living, keep dreaming. We are so talented as a country, as a people. I know the future is really bright for us. So once again, happy Independence Day, happy 60th birthday, Nigeria, and more big dreams to come, more great times to come, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Ujiri. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, may I invite the chairman, Canada Africa Business Chamber, Mr. Sebastian Scipio Gabra, for his remarks. Mr. Gabra, please.
Good evening, Your Excellency. Good evening to everyone, and good evening to all the excellencies watching us, and all Nigerians. I bring you greetings from the Canada Africa Chamber of Business, which is Canada's largest association of companies and individuals promoting investment and business in Africa. And I just wanted to say that in this era where probably we are living in a cultural moment where the issue of Black Lives Matter has sort of become probably the biggest issue culturally in the world, I would say without any equivocation that unless Africa matters, Black lives won't matter. And unless Nigeria matters, Africa won't matter. Just pause and think about that formulation. that unless Africa matters, Black lives will never matter. And unless Nigeria matters, Africa won't matter. And I think that if we're to focus on that formulation, it becomes very critical to all of us to appreciate why all of us as Africans have to support Nigeria, have to be champions of Nigeria, because unless Nigeria matters, Africa can't matter. It is impossible. It's almost like saying that China is in chaos and Asia matters. It's impossible. So I think that for those of us who are not Nigerians, it's extremely important that we as Africans support this idea. I was just looking up something which I would just share, which some of you may know, may have forgotten. I was surprised to see that at independence in 1960, the founding fathers, and often we forget the founding mothers, often the mothers make it possible for their fathers to achieve all the things and the glory that they do. So we pause to remember the founding fathers and the founding mothers of Nigeria. But I was quite surprised to see that Sir Tafa Balewa was 48 years old at independence, that Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was 56, and that Chief Obafemi Awolowo was 51. So these were not young people. These were people who left whatever business they were doing, whatever children they were raising, whatever health issues they were dealing with, to spearhead the independence of Africa. And I think that the time has come for us, the younger generation, not to just look at what the older generation have done and sort of clap and read it like history books, but to remember that in each generation, all of us, whether young or old, have a responsibility to forge forward. So the independence, in a certain sense, is both an event and a journey. That on October 1, 1960, the event happened and a journey began. And in our generation, I would hope that all the many hundreds of Nigerians and Africans and Canadians and others who are watching us will realize that this is not a kind of a historic event that we should just celebrate, but it's one that should spur us to go forward. So I end on that formulation. Unless Nigeria matters, Africa won't matter. And unless Africa matters, Black lives, whether in Canada, in America, in Europe, cannot matter. And so, again, we believe at the Chamber that the best way to promote the unity, the love, and the togetherness that we've seen in our videos is really through business. That business has a way of bringing people together. So I really hope that all of us watching would become apostles and evangelists for Nigeria, no matter where in the world we come from. Because if you love Africa, you have to love Nigeria. Thank you very much. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At this juncture, I would like to hand over to Joy to guide us through the rest of the event. Ms. Joy.
Thank you very much, Head of Chancery, Mr. Mohammed Ismaila. And Mr. Gabra, I want to thank you very much for that inspirational message. That was deep. And I'm taking that with me. And I hope those of us who are here and those who are watching online will take note of that message, even as we try to catch up with what our founding fathers did. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, moving forward, by the way, I would like to thank you very much for staying with us. It's not easy to do things like this online. The Nigeria High Commission is not just focusing on economic diplomacy, just so you know the other things they're doing. The High Commissioner and his team are also exploring other areas such as citizens, diplomacy, people-to-people ties, connecting people, connecting Canadians to Nigeria to enjoy the rich cultural heritage of our people and also connect with our people to enjoy that hospitality we give to people when they come to Nigeria. It may interest you to know that the mayor of Brampton, His Worship Patrick Brown, led a delegation from Brampton to Nigeria in February this year. Now, the city of Brampton, for those who are not aware, is in the Greater Toronto area of the province of Ontario. It was the fastest growing city in Ontario for 5 consecutive years. It has a diverse population from an ethnicity point of view. It also has one of the highest populations of citizens of Nigerian descent in Canada. I guess that's why when we met the delegation that came for the Nigerian Canada Investment Summit in 2019, they were behaving like Nigerians. It was very easy for them, to fit into the things that we were doing. And I was just wondering, His Imperial Majesty the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi, visited Brampton in August 2019. His Worship the Mayor Patrick Brown held a reception for the Oni in the City Hall. Mayor Brown visited the Oni in Ile-Ife when he visited Nigeria in February. The mayor also met with the governor of Lagos State, members of the organized private sector, and the creative arts community. There is a mutual desire to develop ties between Brampton and Nigeria along a few different lines from what you're about to see. And so the next video is a short clip of His Worship's visit to Nigeria in February. Take a look.
On behalf of the city of Brampton, I am thrilled to wish you all a happy 60th Nigerian Independence Day. The Nigerian community in Brampton is thriving, and it is one of the reasons we recently visited Lagos, Nigeria, in an effort to strengthen our connections and business-to-business ties. We are looking forward to the exciting next steps of developing this key important relationship between Brampton and Nigeria, built by our greatest shared asset, our people. I wish to thank the High Commissioner and the Governor of Lagos for their hospitality during our visit, and wish all the Nigerians in the community a wonderful 60th Independence Day. I've had the chance to go to Nigeria twice. The first time was in 2007 for the Commonwealth in Abuja, and when I went back years later, I had not forgotten how much I loved the warmth, the friendliness, the sense of family, the entrepreneurial spirit in Nigeria. So best wishes on this 60th Nigerian Independence Day.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see in that video, the mayor himself and his delegation were already feeling like Nigerians at home. And even in his goodwill message, you could tell that he's already sounding like a Nigerian, and that's what we like. Thank you very much, Your Worship, the mayor of Brampton, Patrick Brown. Now we're getting to the part of the event that I love most. I call it the grand finale, the cutting of the cake. And so, Excellencies, distinguished guests, we have come to that part, and I'd like to invite the wife of the High Commissioner of Nigeria to Canada, Mrs. Olawumi Ashekun, to lead the High Commissioner and our special guest, Mr. Gabriel, to the podium here for the cutting of the cake. Unfortunately, we can't give you a piece. Yeah. I'll have you in the middle. I would have loved to call some staff of the High Commission to join us. I don't know if it's possible to get them in. Belinda, can you all come from there? Lucy?
Okay, social distancing.
Yes, I'm thinking of social distancing, but we'll have to make that quick. Mr. Mozia, if you can stand by the edge there. So since we're celebrating Nigeria at 60, I'd like to spell the word 60. And as soon as I'm done, we will go down on cutting of the cake. So S, I, X, T, Y, 60. There we go. A round of applause for them. Thank you. You may be seated now. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we do appreciate your time and we thank you very much for staying with us. At this point, I would like to call on Mrs. Belinda Edilifo Lawrence, First Secretary, Consular, Education and Political Desk at the High Commission, to give us the vote of thanks. Mrs. Lawrence.
Good evening, Excellencies, fellow Nigerians, and friends of Nigeria. On behalf of the High Commissioner of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Adeyinka Ashekun, and the entire members of staff of the Nigeria High Commission, Ottawa, I want to thank everyone for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us on this auspicious occasion of the independence anniversary of our great country, Nigeria. Thank you for honoring our invitation. I want you all to know that you are well appreciated. I want to also appreciate everyone who contributed in one way or the other to make this event a success. My special thanks goes to the Government of Canada, ably represented by Mr. Rob Olifat, and Mr. Yannick of Global Affairs, Director West and Central Africa, for the background work that he did concerning the success of this day. I will not forget Isabel, who was calling every now and then to ensure that we get the link for Mr. Rob Olifat to present his speech. Thank you very much, Isabel, if you're watching. And Mr. Yannick, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I want to thank the 6.com team. You have really done well, and we appreciate you because without your contributions and without your hard work, this couldn't have been a success. I want to also appreciate the immeasurable contributions of my colleagues, both senior and junior colleagues who worked tirelessly to make this day a successful event. If I have to say thank you a million times, the summary of it would be thank you. That is why my thank you is in the superlative. I say thank you very much. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live Canada. God bless us all. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Belinda Lawrence, for that vote of thanks. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is on that note that we have come to the end of our virtual celebration of Nigeria at 60 together. We thank you very much for your time, and we do hope that we will celebrate the 61st anniversary physically. Till then, on behalf of my co-compare, the head of Chancery here at the Nigerian High Commission, Mr. Muhammad Ismaila, I'm Joy Usiago, thanking you for staying with us. Have a great evening. Bye now.